Okay, now we're going to look at problem 2, finding the lengths. It says in triangle QRS, T, U, and B are midpoints. What is the length of TU, UB, and QR? So we're going to take a look at our picture there, and let's see if we can mark this up, okay? It says T, U, and B are the midpoints. So let's look here at T, U, and B. Those are my midpoints. So I'm going to highlight my mid segments here in my triangle, just so you can see them. Okay? Those are my mid segments there. So it asks us, what is the length of TU, UB, and QR? So let's start with TU. Here is TU, and we know that TU should be equal to 1/2 of RS, okay? So I'm going to write RS equals 2 times UT. Excuse me, TU. I'll keep it in order. The reason I did it that way is I would prefer to multiply by a 2 than multiply by 1/2. So I just like to look at it this way. So we know that RS is equal to 40. So I can put that in here. So I'll take 2 times TU. So I'm going to divide each side by this 2. Divide it here. 40 divided by 2 is 20. 20 equals TU. The next one it asks us is UB. So I'm going to look here at my diagram to find UB, and I see that UB should be half of QS. So I'm going to look here and write QS equals 2 times UB. So we're going to look here and write 50, because QS equals 50, is equal to 2 times UB. Divide each side by 2, and I end up with 25 equals UB. Put my line mark there too. So finally, we need to find QR. This is QR up here. Do you notice how we don't know the length of QR up here? We're actually given the length of this mid segment instead. So we're going to take a look at TB here compared to QR. So QR equals 2 times TB. So we don't know what QR is. So QR equals 2 times, and we know that TB equals 30. Okay? So QR, we're going to multiply 2 times 30, and that gives us 60. So QR is equal to 60. I want you to take a chance and try the got it problem by yourself. What I want you to do is push pause right now with the video. I want you to stop the video, and then whenever you're ready to check your answers, I want you to hit play to resume this whenever you're ready. Okay, for the got it problem, what you're going to do, it says in the figure at the right, kind of at the left instead, AD equals 6 and DE equals 7.5. What are the lengths of DC, AC, EF, and AB? So we're going to mark our pictures so we understand what we're looking at here, okay? It tells me that AD equals 6. So I'm going to go over by AD here and write the number 6 above it. So when I look at this picture, I know that this line segment equals 6. Okay? So let's look at this first part. It says DC. What's the length of DC? Well, when I look at my picture here, I see that both AD and DC are marked congruent. So if AD equals 6, then DC should equal 6. because it's the same as AD. I'm just writing that so we know what we're referencing. You don't have to write that if you don't want to, but I just want to make sure you understand where I got that information from. So that next part asks for AC. I'll write AC equals. So we know that AC is here. We know that AD equals 6 and DC equals 6. So AC will equal 12. The reason we know that equals 12 is because AC is equal to the sum of AD and DC. So I'm going to write down AD plus DC, which is 6 plus 6, and that gives me my 12. Okay, so let's move on to EF. Okay, here's my EF. I'll mark it here so we can see it. So whenever we look at EF, we see that it's connecting this midpoint here with this midpoint here. So because it's connecting these two sides, AC is considered the third side. So we can use that theorem with the mid-segment theorem and try this out. So EF would equal 1/2, EF is here, it's going to equal 1/2 of AC. So that is 1/2, we know that AC is 12, so times 12, which equals 6. So EF equals 6. So finally we need to find AB. So let's look here. AB, we have to find this really long side on this side. AB here is 2 times, what do you think, DE? Well, we found here in our given information was DE equals 7.5. So let me write in my 7.5. AB would equal 2 times DE. So 2 times DE, and then I'll substitute it in, 2 times 7.5. And that gives me 15. So the length of AB is 15. Now I need you to continue on to problem 3. So go ahead and find that video.